Okay, so as Doors, I will call myself mentor instead of was supervisor. Okay, as his mentor, I have to be honest. Doors' performance was totally out of my expectation. He did really well on his presentation because I'm the only guy who read his first draft, and it was so bad. It was so bad. He simply told the story of how I fell in love with the game League of Legends and how much I love it. I mean, I live with you. You play that game till 4 a.m. every day, and I have to whip your ass to make you go to bed. So definitely I know how much you love that game. And then after I told him, like, Do, you cannot just use this draft for your presentation because you didn't make your point. Then he modified it, and we saw his presentation last week, and it was overall, I think, very good because I think there's 2 points he did very well on his presentation. One is what we read on the book, how to become a good presenter or something. Presenter, yeah. In the first chapter, it was mentioned that you need to know how to restrict, when to restrict and when to expand, show her fun. And after Door's modification of his first draft, he put more attention on his personal attitude toward the game. Like he said, he told us a story, a very detailed story of how his friends want to surrender in the game, and he told his friend, "No, I'm never gonna surrender," which I know is bullshit because he surrenders all the time. But many times he would tell us, like, okay, I won't surrender. And also he told us, like, he doesn't play the game too often. And that's a lie too, because he played it every day.
In the morning.
Yeah, and he told us, like, now he spent more time watching the game tournament. And he joined the translating group on YouTube. And so, so he put more attention on his personal attitude toward the game, instead of telling us how he started the game, and which he wrote it in his first draft. And so I think he did very, very well on how to restrict and then how to expand his speech. And also another thing he did really well is in the book it was also mentioned, like, you need to be more detailed. You need to give the audience a sense of the picturing. And when he was describing the game when all the teammates want to surrender and he said no, and we kind of all feel that, like, he's strong emotion. And there's also something he did really bad. It's, I think we can learn from it and, like, not to do the same thing as he does. It's like his gesture. Like, when we are doing speech, we better not put our hands in our pants, right? It's like this all the time. And another thing is, like, it was in the book, it was mentioned that you need to control your emotion. And I think he did not do well on that because he's overall very peaceful when he was doing the presenting. But even though at the climax, he was like, "So I told them, I will never surrender." I mean, you can have some emotion, right? You can tell, "Okay, I will never surrender." Yeah. And I think we can learn from what he did well, and we can avoid repeating what he did not good. So that's it.